The benefits of physical activity and academia. The abstract is an issue facing many students in schools, the inability to focus before academic performances, such as reading, testing, or generally focusing on the lesson at hand. The research presented offers strategies to help students who struggle with focus areas and studies ways that can help students push through this problem. The goal of the study was to see the correlation between physical activity before an academic activity and the student's focus thereafter. The effects of physical activity before or during learning takes place can have a positive, lasting effect on students over time. Introduction. How do we get students to focus and be ready learners? Problem statement. Students are not able to focus due to varying factors such as ADHD, traumas, and the inability to read at grade level, thus creating frustration or causing behaviors to arise. Big question is, can physical activity have a positive impact on learning and behaviors? The goal of the study was to see the correlation between physical activity before an academic activity and their focus thereafter during the academic activity or learning session. Research does state when addressing health outcomes, typically the physical benefits are discussed. However, participating in physical activities has also shown a significant and positive effect on a children's cognitive functioning. Fedowa, 2011. Students that participate in consistent daily physical activity that is of moderate intensity are more inclined to perform optimally in their given environment. Phillips, 2017. Chronic physical activity is shown to improve cognition and academic performance. Kern, 2018. The data collection was from 4 students in my class 3 days a week for 2 weeks. I had 3 girls and 1 boy who were the participants. The study took place during a study skills class at the end of the day on even days. It was 2 hours a day for 3 days a week for 2 weeks. The variables would have been attendance and schedules. Data analysis methods that were taken was the one group pre-test, post-test design. Those examples will come up later. It is measurement, treatment, measurement. One group was pre-tested. Students did academic activities without exercise for 1 week, 2 classes. Some were lethargic, complaining they were tired, not focused, they were speaking out of turn, and they asked for breaks. The treatment is introduced. We did physical activity for 10 to 15 minutes before starting academic work. The impact measured by post-test. Students were able to stay on task for longer periods of time. There was less speaking out, and students were focused and ready to work. Strategies. The strategies that were available were walking around the building inside, walking around the building outside, yoga in the classroom, which ended up being preferred. We had stretching, we had cardio, which they did not want to do, such as running in place, jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups. We tried the sit-ups one time and they were not having it. Also laying on the floor, breathing and meditating. We only did that once. They really didn't enjoy it. I think they wanted to be in motion and in movement. So we stopped and went to yoga. I do believe yoga was the most requested because it was new. It was challenging. The poses had names. They were able to remember them. And they were interested in learning something new. The results, students were able to focus and start tasks quicker and on the first prompt. They were less likely to speak out. They wanted to participate. They were able to complete work afterwards. They were more likely to ask questions or ask for help. Students had an overall increase in positive behaviors and a more positive outlook on learning. So for the pre-test, as you see, I had them take a Google quiz, and they all chose walking. I think that did come up as red for yoga, but that should all be blue for walking. They all wanted to walk around the building. Nobody wanted to do anything else. And the post-test, I did also have online learners that ended up taking a couple responses, but the online learners, one of them Actually, I have these two flipped. So, um, so I have these two in the wrong places. So the one on the right should be on the left. The one on the left should be on the right. The pre-test is 100% yoga. The post-test is 100% yoga. The pre-test is flipped. It's the other way around. Kids wanted to walk, and then a couple online kids said yoga, but that's why I have 6 versus the 4 responses. But the post-test is actually the results on the left, and it is 100% yoga. So for future directions, I would say overall physical activity does help students with cognitive functioning and behaviors. There isn't enough time in each day in each class to administer the physical activity, nor is it always welcomed by all teachers. I believe classroom management and participation must take place for it to be successful. Communication and training would need to be available. Fitting it into learning time could be an issue. There could be some pushback by teachers and staff. Some of them may just be unfamiliar with it and not sure what to do. In a 2-hour block system, I believe students need breaks like this once, if not twice, to see the benefits of it on the academic side. And just reminders, there are multiple ways to get students to focus before learning. Again, breathing. You could have them just pay attention to their senses. Take a few moments to be still instead of meditating. I think meditation is a really big word for kids. Be aware of daily activities, what they're doing. Go outdoors again. Forgive, have kids forgive themselves. Again, forgive is a big word for them. Be grateful. And to be easy on yourself. This isn't just for students, but for staff as well. And these are the sources. And that's it.